into pace. Stephen Hendry, of course, will be leaving the yellow and blue alone because that's in his favour where they are at the moment. Well, it looked risky, the pot, but went in as clean as it could. Excellent pot.
Do you roll up to the blue
Green
dead
ball.
weight? He's not going to do that. He wants to leave the blue in a safe position. So green on the right-hand side cushion. Oh,
Sean
tried
Murphy
to.
won.
Now, this is interesting. If Marco can pot this red and follow through of 2 cushions for the black, we could have a different outcome to this frame. It's the sort of shot he's good at.
This red's on, he can play it as a shot to nothing. This puts him 64 in front should he pot it, so the brown or above will put him past the winning post in this frame. Oh, the top red pots, that's even better. Shouldn't be a problem now in taking the frame.
1. Five.
Well, this is frame ball. Obviously, he's 68 in front, so I mean, his opponent does need a snooker, but this to make sure. Good
6.
queuing. Good queuing.
$13. 14. 20. 21.
'Just look at that kick.
21 and frame.
But he concedes, so Sean Murphy continuing with a sizable break of only 46 that time, but he does take a 2-1 lead. Yes, even this evening with both players queuing well, we've still had a couple of bad kicks. I mean, the black on the maximum was a terrible one, and that one, the black there just made him miss the black by 3 inches. Here's a look at the black again. And just went straight to the cushion. How did that happen, he said. Always one of your favourite tournaments, I'm sure, Stephen, the UK Championship. I remember a match at the Guildhall when you played Ken Doherty, and you made 5 centuries and you're only 7-6 in front. Your safety was obviously very bad.
Yeah, I always, when people ask me what, about my best performances in snooker, and obviously at the end of it I made 7 centuries, and I think I only won 9-6 or something like that. So obviously don't know what happened to the other frames. I obviously couldn't be bothered playing safe, but yeah, I mean, obviously people say a century break only wins 1 frame. That proves it. But yeah, still look back on that as one of my best performances ever.
The 4th frame. Sean Murphy to
Mid session interval coming after 4 frames. Stephen Hendry breaking off. Sean Murphy breaking off, leading 2-1.
Looks like he's playing an aggressive safety here. This is going to open the reds up. If he gets in between yellow and brown, this is excellent. Oh, he needs the cue ball to stop. That sort of long pot of Sean Murphy, as he'll be taking one of these reds on. I think he's got 1 to either corner.
Funny enough, Stephen, if he plays the one down the left-hand side, the only red he can leave on is the one he's going for. But it's a tricky pot.
I think it's the one to the left corner straight enough that you can just play it dead weight off the cushion for the black to the right corner. Might be a little bit too much angle to play that shot. One thing we know, he ain't thinking about a safety shot. Well, people might look at that shot and say that's risky, playing at that pace, going into the reds, but when you're the player down in the shot and you fancy getting it, I believe it's the shot to play. But obviously, now it looks like the wrong choice. But if he got it, we'd be saying, oh, what a fantastic shot that was, how aggressive. So I think it's important for Sean he plays the way that he wants to play.
One.
Well, from our view, it looks like the black flies in. Obviously, from Marco's view, he could only pot it in the left-hand side of the pocket.
8. Nine.
Looks to have a nice angle. The 2 reds immediately decided black could just nudge on the one above the black, leave the second one to the right corner. Delicate little cannon. Oh, he hasn't hit it hard enough. He's still got a red to the right corner, but obviously cannot stay in the black now.
16.
Just wanted to hit this just a touch harder. Looks to have a natural angle just to drop onto the pink, to the right centre. Oh, he's played it
17.
with bottom on the cue ball. Did you prefer to stun those in or drop them in with topspin, Willie?
I prefer to stun them in, really. I think you've got more control, you know, when you're running them in, and you can lose the white sometimes, can't you? At least when you're playing a stun shot, you know where the white's going to end up.
I suppose you're playing a more positive stroke, I suppose, aren't you?
You'd always play the stun on that kind of
90.
shot, wouldn't you?
I must admit, I think I would have played off the cushion for the pink to the right centre there. But I know what you're saying. It is a more positive shot to play a stun shot. You see a lot of players these days. Mark Williams is one who likes to just float balls in dead weight, and I think it's such a dangerous way of playing.
I must admit, I do love watching him play when he's in full flight there, Mark Williams. He's one of my favourite players. Oh dear, that might be a bit high. I thought it was. I thought it was a bit high.
Mark of Fu, 20.
Didn't expect that one. That's an aggressive safety shot from Sean, and the one to the left of the pink obviously pots in the corner, but that's fraught with danger.
Foul.
Decided to play the thicker safety shot, hoping to
Sean
obviously didn't
Murphy,
play
7.
to make contact with the black, but look where the white's finished. He played the shot absolutely perfect. Now, if Sean Murphy can't see this red over the pocket, he'll be putting him back in again. Well, I'm just looking down the line, and I think there's a little bit of this red sticking out. But it's one of those, if you hit as much as you can see, you pot it. And also, Steve, it's one of those you dare let your opponent play it.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's horrible. I think, does it pot? I think if you say you refuse it, and it does go, your opponent steps in and pots it and wins the frame. How would you feel?
It's one of those, if the white was another 2 inches off the cush, you could just play with a little trace the left-hand side, and then you'd guarantee potting it. But it's too near the cushion to impart any side on. There you see, another inch off the cush, you play with a little bit of left hand, but he's got to hit this plain ball and just miss the red by an absolute cigarette paper. I don't know whether we can get directly down the line on this one to see whether we... It looks on from that camera angle, Steve, doesn't it?
Well, Sean doesn't believe so.
Sean just covering his eyes because he knows this is a possible pot for Marco Fu. It's very tight.
Marco's come around to see if the black goes, so he must think it pots. Interesting to see Sean's reaction if this goes in.
Oh, there's something wrong with Murphy's eyes.
One.
Well, that's a very bad misjudgment from Sean Murphy, because Marco did not have any
8.
hesitation. Sean Murphy had 2 or 3 good long looks at that. Marco just got down and floated in for the black.
Yeah, it's quite funny because a few shots ago, when we said the black flies in, he took about 5 minutes to decide whether it did. That time, when we weren't sure, he got down straight away, as you're rightly saying. Now, what a frame-winning opportunity this is. And Certainly the more pleased of the two players, if it's tall, will be Marco Fu, because Sean's really dominated this first session, and he could come
16.
out to all.
$70.
Yeah, I'm also relieved Marco Fu, having missed a black off his spot in this frame when he was in. It was nice to get a reprieve.
$24. 25. 32. 33.
Well, he's asking the cue ball to be clean, so we can give him the benefit of the doubt that it was a bad contact, but if not, I'd like to have that one again. Yeah, it did stop the pace of the cue ball. And if he's dead straight in this yellow, that's no good. Playing the pink to the left centre. Obviously has to avoid cannon and the bulk colour. Yeah, well played. That'll be the frame winner.
$39. 40.
Played to get onto the blue, but I don't think he's got the angle on the blue to get onto the next red, so no problem with either yellow or brown to get back up to this end of the table.
Well, he's making hard work of this.
44. 45.
But now the brown to leave Sean Murphy needing snookers. Make sure you get on the red, Willie, isn't it? The amount of players that just pot frame ball and just forget about it and then let the opponent back in for snookers.
Absolutely. Make sure they don't come back. And that's perfect. It's a good match so far. Sean will certainly be disappointed not to
49.
have taken that long red on that Marco did. And of course 49 and counting has come from that red he refused to take on. It was very tight though, to be fair
50.
to him. But hindsight's obviously a wonderful thing. And this was the red again. Look, I mean, look from that angle. I mean, he missed the red by a quarter of an inch and still almost potted it too
57.
thick.
As JB says, game's all about fractions. But yeah, it's just it's so strange how two different players can see a
58.
shot so differently.
Like Stan Laurel there, didn't he, when he was another fine mess.
65. 66.
This is fabulous, isn't it?
72.
93, 72 and counting from Fu, 80 and 46 from Sean Murphy. Doesn't get much better than this. This packed
73.
auditorium are going to enjoy a super match tonight. And we're still no nearer to knowing who's going to win.
$77. 79. 82.
The 4 colours for a century. That's the only thing that's been missing in this opening 4 frames, a century.
86.
It'll be an extra £20 on top of the over 11,000 we've already given to Bluebell Wood from Betway, the
91.
sponsors.
$97.
Well, excellent. 104 from nowhere. Sean Murphy refused to take the long one. Marco Food decided to take it on, and it proved dividends. We're level at 2 all. Well, enjoy your cup of tea, ladies and gents. I'm looking forward to the second half of this match. We'll see you in 15.